Welcome back. It's TVU's Most Wanted. I'm Jared. Do you guys think I look weird with my foot up like this?
A little bit.
No,
I think it's classy.
All right, you've been outvoted, Ben. I don't look weird. So I'm here with some touring pros now. Last time you guys were on the show, you hadn't toured yet, and now you've been on a couple tours. How was touring?
Magical.
Yeah.
Magical.
Professional.
Yeah? Gus Jiggins still doing pretty well?
Oh,
He is.
fantastic.
He's a fighter.
He is trucking along.
Yeah?
Him and Cecil
Cecil
McGrath.
McGruff.
McGruff? Did you forget the name of your trailer?
It's okay.
He's gonna
I
be
mean,
mad
he
at
doesn't
you.
have any papers, so how can we really know what his last name is?
Do you have to look at your birth certificate when you want to know what your last name is?
I mean, it's up on my refrigerator. Probably not the safest place, but the original copy.
Yeah,
got his
you guys
identity
missed the
stolen.
last interview. Cecil McGruff and Gus Jiggins, the name of their van and trailer. So just still plowing along, huh? Tour went pretty well. But this being the first tour that you guys really went out and did, there has to be some crazy tour stories. Hit me with a couple. There's got to be some good tales.
Hit him, Jeremy.
All right, I'll tell the tooth one. So we were in Connecticut.
I'll tell the tooth one.
Yeah, we were in Connecticut. I think it was in November. That was one of the first runs that we had done. And we were in Connecticut at this little pizza shop in the middle of the day before the show. And so we were eating pizza, which is soft and chewy. It's not very hard.
It's pizza, right?
East Coast
But,
pizza.
yeah, East Coast pizza. It was really good.
It's even better.
So Nick, our screamer, the new guy, he was chewing a piece of pizza and he cracked the back half of one of his molar teeth. Like just the back half of it cracked in half. So there were
Split it.
3 parts of his tooth.
Like your pants that you were speaking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Split in
Yeah.
half.
So he was chewing pizza and we were just talking and hanging out. Then all of a sudden he like grabbed his mouth and we were like, "Dude, what happened?" He's like, "I cracked my tooth." So we were like, "Okay, well, like, do you need some like putty to put in there or something? like how do we fix?"
I walked around with the kid
Yeah.
all the way through Providence, Rhode Island, because that's where we were going that night. And we walked around downtown Providence, like to every CVS that we could find, looking for like, we would just walk in and be
Dental putty?
Yeah.
so his tooth is cracked in half. What can you do about that?
What do you do about
Chewing
that?
gum, like just kind of stick it on there.
He had a lot of glue sticks thrown at them.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
my
any scenario.
gosh.
But no,
How to
we
fix
found
it.
this paste that you actually like paint on fillings when they fall out.
Okay.
It like kind of seals the filling until you can go and get it actually fixed.
Okay, so you actually found something that worked.
Yeah. And we painted the tooth with it and like it kind of held it together and got some like orthopedic rubber bands to put around it.
Yeah, which is a pretty good fix, I would say, on
and
the spot.
It fixed it for the night.
Yeah.
And then the next day.
Yeah, so then anyway, the next day after we played Providence, we went to, I think it was Massachusetts. So we go there. During the day, we went to Target to get some groceries and stuff. And it was a beautiful day. We were just hanging outside. And we decided that Nick needed to get rid of the back half of his tooth because it was bothering him and whatever.
Oh, no.
So we have video of the whole thing. And Steve, Dr. Steve over here, needle nose pliers.
Shut up.
In
Pulled his
the
tooth?
parking lot, we put Nick down on the ground.
I just put my foot on his chest and I pulled it out.
And we videotaped it. We got close-ups of everything and yanked
You're
out.
going to send me this video, right?
Oh, yeah.
It took 2 tries because the first
Oh
one.
my gosh!
First try, we have it, and the tooth is wiggling, and the pliers, and then Steve like let go.
I
It's
didn't have
like,
a good
all right.
grip on it. I didn't feel right.
Yeah.
You know, like when you play the claw game with the stuffed animals, and
You have
the
to,
first
like,
one just doesn't feel right. You feel like it's gonna slip out.
Yeah.
So I just put in another 50 cents. And
So we took a breather and came back, and then he got it, and Nick just walked
How
around.
much pain was...
See, the tooth was dead.
He had just had a root canal, I should tell you that, underneath. So it was a dead tooth.
Yeah.
It was dead.
I also put my foot in his chest, so there was different pain levels in different places. I was trying to deflect.
Right. So the whole, like, let me take the pain off that by breaking your
I
finger.
mean, there was
or...
definitely blood though.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
And Steve sterilized the pliers with vitamin water.
Yeah.
So it tasted.
You put vitamins in it.
It tasted really good.
What does your body
sure.
need vitamins? What does it not have vitamins?
But then
You guys really are touring pros. Like a story just like that, we're like, well, we just pulled his tooth with some pliers. It's all right, we sterilized it with vitamin water. No big deal.
I went to college.
University.
We went to university.
You went to university.
Yeah.
All right, more with the Wolves. Wolves of the Gate is coming up. It's TVU's Most Wanted. Hanging out with the Wolves on TVU's Most Wanted this week. I'm excited about that. From now, I'm just going to call you guys the Wolves. That's cool.
That's our side.
Yeah.
Madonna.
All right, that's cool. So we talked about pulling teeth on tour. You guys said you had another story about chips?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about
That's
chips.
one aspect.
The hole goes deeper.
Yes.
The same guy, Nick, our new guy, he is what we call a scavenger or a vulture. And the first tour that we went on, he was just severely like not prepared, just unprepared for tour. Did not have much of food. And so I had a bag of chips that I was eating that my mom gave me. And when I was done with it, I cut my fingernails and put it in the bag because I was going to throw it out.
Oh, no.
So after a show,
no.
after we were done, generally we were done playing, Nick would run out to the van and literally he looked like a ravenous beast and just flung the doors open and would start looking for stuff. And he grabbed my chip bag and he just pounded it. And there was maybe this much chips left in it. And Ben Millhouse, our drummer, came to me towards the end of the show and he's like, dude, you know that Nick just pounded the rest of your chips? And I started losing it. I was laughing so hard and I'm like, dude, lesson's gonna be learned. And he's like, why? And I was like, that had my fingernails in it. I don't even know if he chewed or what. I'm pretty sure he just swallowed everything.
That's so gross.
And so that night, there was a fan that was really gracious and let us stay in his house. And that night I walked into the bedroom and I was like, hey Nick, I know that you ate my chips, man. And he goes, dude, I'm so sorry. I was just so hungry. And I'm like, I know you're gonna be sorry.
You don't know how sorry you are.
I was like, you ate my fingernails. All 10 fingers. They all needed to be trimmed, and they all were trimmed, and you ate them.
I think I had just picked my nose before that, too.
Who knows? Who knows where I'd been?
Yeah.
Dude, that is horrifying.
Yeah.
I think the only way that could get worse is if they'd have been toenails instead of fingernails.
Yeah.
Hey, next tour.
Yeah.
Dude, that is absolutely
But now
horrible.
everyone checks every bag before.
Well, the thing is,
He's never pounded
look like a
anybody's
fingernail to
chips.
you?
Well,
Yeah.
Steve eats chips a lot, and he
Right.
leaves his bags in the car, obviously, because we don't always have a trash can or whatever.
Right.
So every time, I go to, eat chips, I always make sure there's a lot of chips in the bag.
Yes.
So
Or you have
verify.
to open, and you unseal the bag, you're like,
Yeah.
okay, there's no fingernails in here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that is awful. All right, more with Wolves at the Gate. Wolves at the Gate coming up. The Wolves, they're hanging out in TMW. It's TVU's Most Wanted. Wolves at the Gate on TVU's Most Wanted. I am Jared. You guys getting ready to head into the studio and record some new music, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
Now, before we talk about the studio you're going to be heading into, in the past you guys have had some pretty sketchy recording circumstances you were telling me about earlier. Something involving a funeral home?
Yeah.
Let's start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning.
We had nowhere to turn to. We had nowhere to go. We were just young neophytes. We knew little of playing music and being in a band. And this was the only guy we knew that recorded. And he gave us the address. And I was like, this is a funeral home.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he lived in the back. There was a little room. I don't know if it was an apartment or what, but it's just a little room in the back of, they used it as an apartment, they rented it out.
Okay.
And it was dark and
So we were
smoky and
we were betwixt a bunch of guys smoking and dead bodies.
yeah.
And that's why the recordings came out so terrible.
Yeah. We actually had a couple band practices in the main room of that funeral home as we were writing and stuff.
Oh my gosh, you guys practiced in the funeral
Yeah,
home.
so we
Yeah.
have
That was
officially
the
done that.
birth of
Yeah.
Wolves at the Gate.
That was the
That's the
very
funeral home.
beginning.
That's the epitome of a band sounding like death.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you're a hardcore band though, that's there's bands now lined up to go to this recording studio in a funeral home
I
because
guess.
So no band is more death metal than we are.
Yeah. We literally
played
mean it.
around death.
oh gosh, that's weird. Now you're not gonna be heading back to the funeral home to record this new
Slightly
album.
graduated.
I'm
up
gonna
from
be.
that.
Where are you gonna be heading?
Richmond, Virginia, to record with Andreas Magnuson, who's done the most recent O Sleeper record and
Nice.
done Haste Today.
Taste today. Yeah.
That's quite the resume just in those two.
Yeah. So we're excited.
We looked him up. He's got a good resume.
We've been emailing.
He's on Google.
That's the opposite end of the scale, from funeral home recording to the guy who did O Sleeper and Haste Today, some band you may have heard of.
Yeah, I mean, we've only ever recorded in an apartment, and every time that I've tracked vocals, there's been a cat in the room, and I'm allergic to cats, so I'm I'm looking forward to not like crying.
Man, you guys just haven't had a good record, like a really just good recording experience.
No.
The funeral home, you're allergic to cats.
Yeah,
This is gonna be a whole new world.
The recordings have always been good, but there's always been like other circumstances to make it an adventure.
Yeah.
So you guys gotta be geeked to be working with Andreas Magnuson, yeah?
Yeah, perfect
We have
word.
3 weeks to just not do anything but stay in the studio and make music. And
That's sweet.
awesome.
And that's something you guys probably have never done before, right?
No.
All right, well, we'll talk more about the new record coming up. It's TVU's Most Wanted. Wolves at the Gate is on TVU's Most Wanted, getting ready to head into the studio to record a new album. It's pretty exciting news. When are you guys going to the studio?
March 7th.
Okay, cool. And you guys there for 3 weeks, you said? How many songs are you guys gonna put on this new record?
The lucky number 13.
Really?
13,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a long record. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
We're long-winded people.
Well, it seems like people now, I mean, I've seen albums that are like 9 songs, 10 songs. It's like, that's a full album. Nothing wrong with 9 or 10 songs if they're awesome, but when you get a 10-song album that has like 2 intro tracks and an outro track, it's like, really?
I think with 10 songs, they have to all be like probably the best songs you've ever written.
Yeah.
You know.
So what you're saying is if you record 13, 3 of them can
You
suck.
realize you just tossed that volleyball up.
I wasn't
and
really-
spiked it in your face.
I wasn't implying well, okay, I guess I did.
I'm sad.
Okay, so 10 of the songs on the new Wolves of the Gate record are gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
3 of them are going to sound like death.
Yeah. We actually did those in the
funeral home
funeral
song.
home.
In the funeral home.
Yeah.
So, new record, you guys are going to be heading into the studio. What else is coming up for Wolves of the Gate after that?
After that, I mean, most likely we're going to be touring. Nothing's like solidified yet because it's still a little early.
Sure.
But we're just hoping to hit the road and get that album out there.
Cool.
So,
Playing some festivals this summer.
Okay, what festivals are you guys
We're
playing?
playing
Creation,
East.
East,
yeah.
Okay.
Kingdom Bound,
Kingdom Bound.
which is in New York. Is that right?
New York.
And then
Sun.
Not yet.
Oh.
It hasn't been confirmed.
Okay, so you guys are for sure at a couple of festivals.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
looking at a couple other festivals, hopefully.
Yeah.
Cool.
Creation.
So, when you get details, where can people find them? Where do you usually post? Facebook, Twitter, all that?
Facebook, and
Facebook, okay.
Twitter. Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
And are you guys going to be posting any sweet videos from the studio? You going to spend some time posting some
Yes.
updates?
We'll do some like daily update stuff, and then we're gonna just do
Okay.
hopefully like a longer one.
Now, a lot of bands actually do something while they're in the studio. Write This Down was hanging out with The Riot recently, and they all grew beards when they were in the studio. Steve, you, I mean, you're already there.
Yeah,
bro.
well, the plan is, I'm not going to touch my beard until that album is done. So
Really?
we're just going to see what happens. I'm sure my mom's going to watch this, and I'm going to get a phone call, and she's just trim it up, cut your hair. you know?
Okay, so you're gonna not touch your beard, Ben. You gonna the hair?
Yeah, I'll let the hair grow.
Okay. I mean, I heard the last haircutting experience wasn't a
You
good
should
one.
let it go. Both of you guys. I just want to see what happens, because I know we talk about it.
Mine doesn't go down; it just goes.
No, we're talking about
This. Oh, this.
You should let all of your hair grow in the studio. Because the next time I see you, if you had a fro and like the most scraggly
Jeremy
looking
had
beard.
a fro
Oh, I
at one
did.
point.
Yeah.
It was epic.
Anybody that's committed on Facebook, you can find some sweet fro action on Jeremy's page.
Yes.
Yep.
They're still up there.
Bring it
on
back,
Facebook.
man,
Yeah.
for the studio. Bring it back.
It's like it was one of the best things of Facebook timeline was
Yeah, that is. True.
there was like a period of like 3 or 4 days where I would just find old pictures of Jeremy and Steve and just post them on Twitter. Like, look at this gym that I found.
That is great.
Like, I looked like an infant, and
Yep.
Jeremy looked like
Steve
a clown.
without a beard.
Yeah, I did. I look like. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm excited about a new record from Wolves of the Gate, and I appreciate you guys coming in to hang out with me on the show today. It's always a pleasure.
It is.
Yes.